happen. Like, there we go. We're recording. I apologize about being a couple minutes late. My time on my computer kept saying 7:28, and I'm like, I gotta know I'm nervous, but like my computer still keeps saying 7:28. That's so weird. Why is it saying? So I checked my phone, and I'm like, 7:32. What the shit? And it just paused at 7:28 for the longest time. Anyway, very, very strange, but I'm here. Um, and I also got to be honest too, like I'm gonna work very hard on bringing my A game, but it's getting close to my bedtime. 7:30 is late for me, guys. So, but nonetheless, I'm extremely excited to be here. I'm pumped that you guys are here. Thank you so much for just being on here and hearing what I have to say, and hopefully you can leave this class with learning a lot of cool things. Um, I just want to make sure though that my voice is a little funny, so I apologize about that. Um, Saying lots of sorries right now. I need to stop that. Good grief, Ashley. Can you guys see me? Can you just let me know? Okay, you can see me, Mandy. Okay, cool. Because I did this new thing where like I can like just be like this little sidebar in the video. And I'm like, wow, this is cool. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys can see me because what I see is something entirely different from what you guys see. Okay. All right. So welcome to the masterclass training with Ashley on unlocking the fat loss code. This is going to be your guide to hormones, metabolism, aging. I'm going to debunk all of it, leaving you ending this class with confidence and not having any label, thinking that you can't see progress when you absolutely can. So my promise to you is by the end of this masterclass, I want you to feel like I've quieted the noise for you in the diet industry, and I gave you some pretty solid tools that can help you filter out the bullshit to stop dieting and finally see the results that you're looking for and not using any excuse. Because believe me, I do know that it's very, very easy to tack on it as an excuse as to why you're not where you want to be and you're not proud of yourself and you don't feel confident. I know that that can be extremely easy, but I want to help you simplify it. So by filtering out the bullshit, I mean giving you the knowledge and confidence that we don't have to overcomplicate diets to get the same results. If you apply what I'm going to teach you, you're going to get exactly what you came here for today, and that's mastering fat loss so you can get the confidence that you freaking deserve. Everybody deserves to feel their best. Everybody deserves to go in their closet and put on something and go, damn, I look nice, okay? Or whatever it may be, insert whatever it may be. Everybody deserves that, okay? And I want to get that to you. If you can turn off all distractions, see, I'm getting hot. Ooh. Okay, if you can turn off all of your distractions, turn your phone off, silence it, exit out all of your windows, go into a room that's quiet, shut the door, because my promise to you is if you can give me your undivided attention, I'm going to give you exactly what you came here for tonight. All right. And if you love this masterclass and you want to continue this journey with me, then I'll tell you about a special bonus that you can get, but you have to stay with me until the end. So before we really get into this, I want to remind you that what you're going to learn is going to be really, really simple, almost too simple, or too easy. But we do have to put some effort into this, some time and some energy. So simple doesn't always necessarily mean easy, right? But I do want to be very clear. If you're looking for some magic thing that you might be thinking that all I have to do is just sip this drink and that was the secret and I'm going to get these results, you're in the wrong master class. Okay. That's not what the lifestyle way is about. Like results just don't magically fall into your lap. Okay. And I'll tell you right now that that kind of magic that you're looking for is the work that you're attempting to avoid. We all know that saying, right? But it couldn't be more true than that. So, are you ready to put a little effort into what I'm about to teach you? Are you ready to make this a priority and apply it? Okay, all right. Okay, let's do it. Enough of the cheesy stuff. So I would like to hear from you. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of what you need to do to lose fat. I just want you to just put in the comments what you think that you need to do to lose fat. I would love to hear some of the things that you think that you might need to do to get the progress that you're looking for and finally lose those last 10 pounds, or lose 20, 30 pounds, whatever it may be. I want you to put in the comments what you think that needs to happen. I know for me, it definitely was not eating carbs, right? Lots of cardio, okay? And something that honestly made me miserable, and I never looked forward to doing it because it was just I just felt like I had to do so much work, right? That all sounds super familiar, probably, and you can really relate to that. So let me read a couple of no carbs, no rice, run, 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 eat less. Yes, caloric deficit. That's a good one. And we can kind of touch on that too. Um, Move more than you consume. Absolutely. Yep. Horrible mindset that is so hard to shake. More protein. I love that one. More protein. God, geez, we just can't escape that, right? Weight Watcher, horrible old mindset that is so hard to shake. Weight Watchers, dieting, tons of cardio. Yes, I hear you on that. I feel you, and we're going to unpack a lot of that in this class. Let me admit a couple more people in here. Um, where did that go? Oh shoot. Hang on, guys. I'm a one-man show here, so hang in there with me. I swear I just saw maybe it added. Okay, maybe we're good. All right. So thank you for sharing that with me. That really gives me some insight and just kind of what you're thinking, and to know that you're not alone because I thought the same thing too. And yes, again, we do have to put some work into it, but it's not as much as we think that we see on social media. So I'm not 100% sure why you're here, but I bet I could take an educated guess. Maybe you make a lot of decisions every day. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I'm sick of wondering. I'm sick of, just creating this own plan for myself and I'm just not sure if it's going to work. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Love that one. Okay. I'm tired of wondering if what I'm doing is working or if I need to change something. So, that can happen to a lot of us where we start a plan and we start to see progress, but then something happens where it stalls and then we're just like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. Should I change something? And then we end up just kind of teetering off and then going nowhere. Right? I mean, been there, done that, okay? I'm sick of always trying and failing because my plan isn't realistic to my lifestyle now. And I'm going to share a personal story about that so I can 100% relate to you right there for that. I've tried everything and nothing works. That was my favorite. I hear that a lot. And I love to prove you wrong on that because it ends up working every time where just a few little strategies, few little changes, and we end up seeing progress. So maybe it's I think I'm doing it all right and it's not working. Yeah, and that can really be extremely frustrating and make you feel like your body's broken. And that maybe even just saying, well, hell, this is the way that it is now. Maybe I'm too old or whatever. And, I've had a bunch of kids and my stress and all that stuff. Maybe this just is the way that it is and I just end up settling. Or I can't keep going at this alone. I need more guidance and clarity and accountability and reassurance to keep moving me in the right direction. There's nothing worse than it's very easy to let yourself down, right? But when you have someone there who is counting on you to do your part, it changes the playbook a little bit, right? So I can truly understand that. And I love when people realize like, holy shit, I need some accountability here. I need some guidance and I need some reassurance that what I am doing is right, or maybe that's not right, and I need to make some changes to my plan. Or I want to stop attempting to do the same things over and over again and expecting a different result. Woo, I can feel that one too. Again, I'm going to share my personal story in a minute and you're going to understand what I mean by that. Or I don't have the accountability to keep going long enough. But I want to let you know that whatever your motivation is, whatever the reason is that you're here tonight, um, maybe I called every one of them out and you guys felt every single one of those, or just one of those, or a couple of those. But whatever it is, the reason that you're here, I want you to know that I fully support you. I got you. I'm here with you. You won't be alone in this anymore. I just need you to fully let go of what you think needs to happen to see results and trust me. And you're probably thinking, trust you, girl, you got to show me some proof first. Like you haven't shown me crap yet. I got you. Okay. And I'm first going to tell you a little bit about myself just so you have some understanding of honestly, like why I created the lifestyle way. So let's go into that. My story. So I'm going to make this very short because I don't want to stay on here for too long, but I need you to understand like that I feel you and I understand where you're coming from. Okay. So, I was very competitive in CrossFit. And the photo in the middle was me after I had, my first two kids. Okay. I was training 2 hours a day. My nutrition was spot on. I always, said, oh, don't piss in your fuel tank. I wanted to eat super clean, but the minute that I didn't do that, um, all hats were off. Like, I mean, I put in 0% the minute that I wasn't doing all of my things that I normally did on a daily basis, right? And I knew that, you know what I mean? And I would just get right back into it, just hit it hard again. And I enjoyed it, but it was also like very unrealistic. A lot of things sacrificed. Um, because of my training regimen that I had to do and my nutrition that I had to do and the events that I canceled because, I didn't want to eat that way or be tempted to eat that way and all those things, right? I ignored that for a very long time. But then I had my third kid, way to like totally turn my life upside down. In a good way, okay? Because I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for Ren, my third kid. So after I had him, the lifestyle way really, really started to pick up. So I had, a very successful business and a third kid, and I was trying to navigate all of the things, and I was drowning. And I kept trying to go back to that thing that I know that freaking worked, training for 2 hours a day, eating super clean, and I kept trying to get back there, but I kept failing miserably. And I didn't want to admit to myself that, Ashley, your freaking lifestyle changed, sis. Like you gotta change this up because what you're doing, you're definitely not going to see any results because you're not being consistent. And I know the power of consistency. I know what that brings and the success that that brings. I just had to rework it in a way that was able for me to stay consistent. So that's where the lifestyle way really unfolded into truly the lifestyle way. Because it first originated in, hey, you can eat whatever you want as long as you stay within this. But I had to really rework it to speak to people more like me who have a lot of titles, and who can't do what they used to do, or struggle, maybe you struggle with food noise and things like that. I was all of the above. Okay, I was the all or nothing and extreme person that you would ever meet. Okay, so I had to come to terms with, Ashley, you need to rework your plan because you're not able to stay consistent with this and you're seeing no progress. And I wanted to label everything. I wanted to be like, well, I'm 36 now. Well, I am not 36. I'm 30. I was 30. Shit, how old was I when I had Ren? 32. I'm 33 now. This is my third kid. Maybe it's my hormones, all the thing. I wanted to use all of those excuses as to why I wasn't seeing progress, when in reality, I just wasn't able to stay consistent with what I kept trying to go back to. Okay. So the photo in the middle is me training 2 hours a day, and eating very, very clean. Okay. Very rarely stepped outside of my comfort zone. Okay. And then the photo to the right, I think it's your right, is the before and after, was me in the purple pants. That was me after Ren. And then that is me today. And doing very basic things that I'm going to teach you in today's class. Okay. And then there's my family, my husband and my three kiddos. So that is what I want to show you, is that yes, these both breed results, but one is way more simpler than the other. One is way more sustainable than the other. One is way more realistic than the other. And we just have to say, like, okay, all diets work, but what can I do that I'm going to be able to sustain for the rest of my life? And that's what I want to do. I don't want to do some temporary thing that I'm only able to do for a certain period of time, because honestly, that's a waste of everybody's time, money, and energy. Right. So that's a little bit of my story. And I think I talked way too long than I was supposed to. But anyway, okay. So I no longer feel the need to eat super clean and work out for 2 hours a day. I say yes to pizza night with my family, or a couple margaritas on date night. I say yes to all food groups, even pasta. I view nutrition and exercise now as a celebration rather than a punishment. And last but not least, I don't let age, hormones, metabolism, me having a full-time job and being a mom of three control me. And that is so freeing. And again, that's what I want to give you the power tonight to have. Okay. Um, you know, it's no wonder that we're all so extremely overwhelmed and confused on what we should do or what we shouldn't do. So, we can't not see these things, and possibly get distracted by them on social media or the internet. But we can get smarter and start to tune these things out. And I will tell you, I am sometimes I've trained myself so well to put blinders on and tune out all of those little things that we see. Hey, drink this drink and you'll lose 10 pounds, or hey, do this do this keto diet, or hey, fast, or whatever. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with them because they do work, but it's like you can't do that for the rest of your life. So again, we're wasting our time, energy, and saving. We don't have to get that frustrated with these things. Okay, it can really be a beautiful thing and become very freeing when we know the truth. Right. So my goal for you is to put those blinders on and say, nope, these are the two things that I'm focusing on. And I'm going to stay consistent with that and see where it goes, and see if other things start to just naturally take care of themselves, because we're told don't eat fruit because it's too high in sugar. But here, buy this juice cleanse, skip out on salad dressing because it's fattening, but put butter in your coffee because it helps you lose fat. Having a 100-calorie slice of bread is bad, but having a 1,000-calorie cauliflower pizza is good. A 300-calorie bowl of ice cream is a no-no, but an acai bowl at 700 calories is the better choice. Only eat foods with 5 ingredients or less. But here, buy this meal replacement shake. It's no wonder why we're so confused, or we get slapped with it's because of our hormones, metabolism, cortisol, perimenopausal, menopausal. So we need to do all of these overcomplicated things, or we feel like we're doomed, right? Because simple sure as shit doesn't work. Like we've got to make this over. We've got to like make this serious. Okay. Like I've got to have a laundry list of things that I need to do on a daily basis in order to see results. And that's just not the case. All right. We've been misguided, and it's going to stop right here. Okay. Promise me. So I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm going to tell you 80% of what I teach here in the Lifestyle Way. Okay. I'm going to give you the two main ingredients. All right. Of course, there's other ingredients to the recipe, but without these two ingredients, like we're not going to go anywhere. Okay. And of course, there's more to the story, but I'm going to give you the meat and the potatoes. This is what I do. It's what these clients' main focus is on a daily basis and what I'm going to lay it all out. But first, I want you to hit this again, that whatever it is that you're doubting right now, that this won't work for you, at least one of these women thought it too, okay? But they decided to bet on themselves and fully trust that this will and can work for them. You might even be thinking that you are already doing these two tasks that I'm going to teach you, but let me tell you, there is nothing like a good old-fashioned self-audit check with how consistent you actually are being when you have accountability, okay? We all think we're doing a great job until someone else comes in and takes a look. All right? There's nothing like accountability. I'm telling you that right now. Um, and when we embark on a journey, we tend to think about what we can, all the things that we can do on our best days, right? That's what we think about. What can I do on my best days? So we just, put it all out there. But my job is to say, no, 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 no. Life doesn't work that way. Okay. We very rarely have best days. I want to show you, I want to teach you what you can do on your worst days. I want to tell you, I want to teach you a plan that you can't talk yourself out of. Really, you can't. And if you are, and some days that happens, but it's going to be very few, far and in between of me giving you these things that you can't talk yourself out of. So it's my job to figure out what you can do on your worst days and make it happen. Okay. So just remember, these women had doubts. This is too simple, but I'm going to lay it all out for you here right now. Okay. So can you imagine after seeing some of those then and nows, can you imagine what it would feel like achieving your desired fat loss, not through the overcomplicated, unrealistic tasks, but through going all in on a sustainable and enjoyable approach to becoming your best self? All right, let's go. You're gonna learn to do something different here, okay? You're gonna challenge your own assumptions at what you feel like needs to happen to see results, okay? Challenging your own assumptions that you need to run, 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 run. Challenge your own assumptions that you need to cut out carbs. Challenge your own assumptions that you need to do Weight Watchers, or be in a severe caloric deficit. Challenge your own assumptions that you need to eat tons of protein because it's really not as much as you think that it is. There's some people out there that's like, tells a 150-pound woman that they need to eat 200 grams of protein. And it's like, say what now? What? Okay. But before I go into the steps, if you're anything like me, I am a bit of a control freak. If I am going on a road trip, I need to know how long it's going to be, when we are stopping to go to the bathroom, and most importantly, when we're going to go for snacks. Okay. So I'm first going to give you a daily nutrition task to focus on and why. And then I'm going to give you a daily movement task to focus on and why. And then we're going to go into a little bit more of mindset work of challenging our own assumptions. And then we're going to talk about how to get started. And then I'm going to do a Q&A at the end of the meeting. And then I'm going to show you how to proceed forward if you feel in your gut that this is your next best move for you. And I hope that you do. So yes, there are more steps in the Lifestyle Way, but if we can focus on these two things that I'm about to teach you, the rest is just going to naturally fall into place. Okay. Because it's going to build momentum for you. It's going to build confidence for you on a daily basis because these are two things that you can't talk yourself out of because they're simple. And that creates confidence. And when we have confidence, we tend to keep going versus constantly feeling like a failure because you weren't able to do this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Okay. That was me. Let's not go there. All right. So the first thing, yes, I know one of you mentioned protein, eat more protein. Yes, we can't escape it. Okay. This is the most researched thing out there that is proven over and over and over again of the importance of health, progress, longevity of life, fighting diseases, all of the things. All right. So we cannot escape protein. We just can't. But I'm going to give you some simple ways to help you increase your protein intake. You're going to take home some templates. So again, stay with me until the end because I'm going to give you some lots of good things for examples of how to get in more protein that can help you reach that mark. All right. So if you prioritize protein, you'll lose body fat. Okay. So if we eat more protein, we're going to lose body fat. If you prioritize protein, you're going to build muscle. All right. The more muscle we have, the less fat we have, right? So when we eat protein, we are burning more calories, therefore aiding in weight loss. All right. So it takes our body a longer time to digest protein. So our body's got to work harder. Okay. So we're burning more calories, therefore aiding in weight loss. Okay. You eat protein, you're burning more calories, you're helping weight loss. Okay. When we eat protein, it's also helping us keep and build more muscle, which the more muscle we have, the more calories we are burning, therefore aiding in fat loss. Okay. Muscle helps you burn more calories. So if we eat protein, that's going to help us burn more calories. It's also going to help us build more muscle and keep our muscle, therefore, help our bodies burning more calories because protein requires more calories. So the minute that you eat, it's going right to your muscles and it's burning it off. Okay. So more muscle we have, more calories we burn, progress is happening. Okay. And we're going to go into this a little bit more. So, why we need protein and how to get more of it. And everyone is going home with this template tonight. Okay. This is 11 examples of how to get in 40 grams of protein. Can I get a hell yes? Okay. But let's go into some other things like why protein is so important. And maybe it will help you be like, okay, damn it. All right, gonna eat more protein, but it stabilizes your blood sugar levels. And you're probably like, what the heck does that mean? Like what does that have to do with anything? Um, it has to do with everything. Okay. When we stabilize our blood sugar levels, we are keeping hunger more in our control, right? So we tend to when our blood sugar levels are stable, we don't get, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure we've all been there where we've gone too long without eating, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh my gosh, I am freaking starving. I'm going into the Chick-fil-A drive-through and I'm getting this and this and that. I'm getting a freaking large fry. I'm getting a chocolate chip cookie. I mean, hats off. I'm getting everything. Fuck it, right? I mean, that's what happens to me. But if we eat protein, and we eat our allotted amount on a daily basis, that stabilizes things more and it keeps hunger more in our control. Okay. To where we could take or leave a chocolate chip cookie. It's the weirdest thing. Like sometimes I get a little mad that when my family's out and they want to go eat ice cream and I don't really want it, and I'm like, yes, you do, Ashley, come on, you can have it, but I don't really want it. And that honestly is because of protein. Okay. So if we eat an adequate amount of protein on a daily basis consistently, it's going to keep hunger more in our control to where we don't really have any cravings anymore. We could take or leave pretty much anything, and we actually want more of the things that help serve our body than are just good, right? That just tastes good, right? For a second. It helps you build lean muscle mass, okay? The more lean muscle mass you have, the less fat you have. All right. The more lean muscle mass you have, the healthier you are, the longer you're going to live. Okay. Muscle is the secret to aging. All right. So if we can just focus on building muscle, and I'm going to do that by eating more protein. Obviously, there's a little bit more to it than that. We got to pick up some weights too. But the start is to just eat more protein. Okay. It helps with fat loss. It helps fight diseases and keeps immunity high. All right. So hopefully that explained a little bit on why protein is so gosh darn important. Okay. Um, and again, you're going to get all of my quick protein options in an attachment after this masterclass if you stay with me to the end. So please just hang tight with me. All right. So quick protein options is a protein shake. All right. I have a protein shake every day. That's an easy 25 grams. Okay. Beef jerky. I don't do beef jerky, but I do a protein stick. And that's 20 grams of protein. So now I'm at 55 grams of protein. Okay. These are quick options that I grab every single day that just help make things easier and are realistic for my lifestyle. Okay. Protein bars are a great option too. They're the Genius protein bars. Oh my gosh. I mean, they're only 10 grams of protein, but it's not nothing. And the peanut butter chocolate ones are out of this world. Like, highly recommend the Genius protein bars. Okay. Boiled eggs are a quick, great option that you could eat in the car. You could eat at your desk, whatever. Greek yogurt, super high in protein, like dumb high in protein. For like a half of a cup is like 20 grams of protein for just a half of a cup. Collagen, I'm actually, because I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it for this meeting. Like, I need to like have some coffee. I'm having some collagen in my coffee right now. And this is 15 grams of protein. Okay. And I'm accounting for it for my day to help me hit my protein marker. All right. Again, you're going to go home with these quick protein options. All right. Um, so how much, you're probably wondering, okay, well, all right. I now know that I need to get protein, but how much should I be consuming? For starting out, what I recommend for women is 120 grams of protein a day. And then what I recommend for men is 160 grams a day. Okay, that's to start out. This is a fantastic place to start. And to be honest with you, there are some days where I shoot for 120, but my marker is 140. But I have a range between 120 and 140, and I never go under 120 grams of protein. Okay. This fat loss without logging is a amazing template again that you're going to go home with tonight. Because if we can focus on 3 meals a day that have 20 to 30 grams of protein on our plate, and think of it this way, if I have a handful of protein, that's about 25 grams of protein. For men, we need 2 handfuls. That's about 40 grams of protein on our plate. Okay. Think of it that way. If you do that for 3 meals a day, having a palm size or 2 palm size of protein on your plate, women, if that's 25 grams of protein, you're going to be at 75 grams of protein for the day already just by using 3 meals. And then if you have a protein shake, that's 100 grams. And then if you have a protein bar, that's 120 grams protein. All right. Men, same thing. If we have 3 meals a day, that's 40 grams of protein, 2 palm size. Oh shit. That's 120 grams of protein. Then we have a protein shake and then another protein bar or something like that, or some Greek yogurt. That's going to get us to 160 grams of protein. So that is my goal for starting out is women shoot for 120 grams of protein and men shoot for 160 grams of protein. Okay. Um, again, like I hope I've explained enough why we need protein and why it's the foundation for nutrition and how to get more of it. But I'm going to give you this template as well, just to give you a visual representation of, again, if we can have 3 meals a day that look like this, men, you'll have 2 proteins there. um, we're going to be sitting pretty with not only just a well-balanced meal, but keeping our hunger more in our control to where we feel super satiated and snacking kind of goes away, right? Because the snacking is really what gets us in trouble. Because we just go all day without eating, and all of a sudden we like, eat one meal and then we're just gorging ourselves with a bunch of stuff that is essentially empty calories and has zero protein in it. Okay. So 3 meals a day, we can get 3 meals a day that look like that. We're going to be doing really good. Um, if you've been multitasking, come back to me. Let's think about this for a second. I want you to tell me in the comments, would you rather do option one or option two? Okay, so option one is work out 7 days a week, 2+ hours, eat under 1,200 calories per day, cut out some foods completely, lose weight quickly, but gain it back. Or option two, prioritize protein at every meal and snack. Move your body more. Simply walking will do. Strength workout 3 to 5 times a week, 30 to 45 minutes will do. Small calorie deficit, zero restrictions. Lose weight slowly, but keep it off forever. Which option are you? I hope that you're going to say option two, okay? Going over what I've gone over so far. So again, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about, like, again, when we start our journey, we want to go for option one because that's a best day, right? Like that's where I'm going to have the best day ever. You know, maybe I don't even work that day. I'm able to just fully focus on my nutrition and fully focus on my workouts and just give 100% to me. But that's not realistic, okay? It's my job to show you what we can do even on our worst day. And that's more of the option two one. Okay. In case you didn't know, it's not a trick question. All right. So this is one of my clients who truly, truly had a hard time understanding that she could eat 16, 1700 calories and she could eat 150, 175 grams of carbs every day. She could plug all that in. She had a hard time with that in the beginning. And I really had to guide her and tell her this is the way, this is the way, just trust me. And she ended up trusting me, but it was a lot of struggle back and forth. But as you can clearly tell, like what she was doing before was restriction. Okay. But it was only on certain days because we're not perfect. We're going to break. Our willpower eventually, however strong you think you are, is going to break. All right. Because your body is going to win every single time eventually if you continue to start it and then binge eat and then start it and then binge eat in just this wicked, wicked, wicked cycle. All right. But we were able to come up with things that kept her consistent. And one of those was protein, one of those was moving more. And then the other one, they all just kind of fell into place. And clearly, like she even looks different than that now. Like she even looks more, she's lost even more fat than that now to this day, and she's kept it off. So very, very proud of her. But I like to share this with you because I know you're thinking, well, yeah, like that can work for them, but it's not going to work for me. I know what you're thinking. Megan, she started with me doing keto. Okay. And she struggled really, really hard understanding the fact that she could consume the amount of calories that I set for her, and especially the carbs. But she didn't fight with me. Like she fully said, Jesus, take the wheel. I'm not Jesus, but you know what I mean. She fully just said, okay, let's do this. Like, because with what I'm doing is not working and I need help. And she's over 48 pounds down now. She looks even different than this in this photo. But clearly, again, I've got to prove to you that there is another way and it doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It just is going to be a little bit longer because it's more simple. And you're able to stay consistent with it. It's not the extreme. All right. The extreme works quickly, but those are the ones that you want to run from because you know that that's not sustainable. Okay. Are you still with me? All right. If you're multitasking, come back to me. So tell me in the comments, What's the one thing that is holding you back from taking this leap? Some common thoughts are, the ones that get me the most is that women don't believe that they're capable. They just don't think that, it can happen for them, but it's not going to happen for me. And that breaks my heart, because you shouldn't feel that way. But I understand why you do because of all the shit out there that has completely misguided you. And then you might also be thinking that, okay, like I can do this on my own, right? You've given me some things to focus on. I can do this on my own. And I hear that one a lot. And I've got to tell you, unfortunately, I haven't seen any success from anyone who has reached out to me for help and then said that they're going to try it on their own. I haven't seen any success. I end up talking to them a year or two later, and they're pissed at themselves because they didn't just start then. Um, and that I hate that. That's the one that really beats me up the most. It's because, we can have all the knowledge in the world, but if we don't have accountability to see it through, again, it's very easy to let yourself down. It's very easy to talk yourself out of a crazy freaking day where you just had things going left and right and saying, "Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna take today off and not do anything and then start over again tomorrow." But then you end up beating yourself over that, and then you start the next week. So, or another one is that now's not the right time. Ooh, that one gets me too. And if we're waiting for the right time, you're going to be waiting forever. Okay. I tell everybody that when you wait, you die. And I'm a firm believer in that. I always say yes now and I'll figure out the rest later. Try not to overthink too much in the future and I'll figure it out. I came across this quote and it has always stuck with me anytime I feel negative, fearful, and not wanting to invest in myself. And it goes like this. Working out will make you feel weak when it's actually making you stronger. Learning new things will make you dumb when it's actually making you smarter. Investing in yourself will make you feel broke when it's actually making you rich. Facing your fears will make you feel terrified when it's actually making you braver. Focus on today. Strive to be better tomorrow than you were yesterday. Don't you like that? Oh gosh, love that. Okay. Again, you're not alone. Misty had doubts that this wouldn't work for her either, but she knew that she had to do something different and not keep trying to go at this alone. She's a mom who's 44 years old, going through menopause with family history and obesity. And if she can do it, you can do it too. And everybody needs to know that. Okay. Okay. Let's get to the second pillar of the foundation, movement. If you guys follow me, like I am a huge advocate for movement. And I'm not talking about running. I'm not talking about, well, I need to shut my yapper. I need to keep going on. Okay, so why is movement so important? It prevents excessive weight gain. We all sit way too freaking much. Okay. I can do a very intense workout and still only get 2,500 to 3,000 steps a day if I'm not careful with my movement. All right. Huge eye opener for me several years ago um, on how less I was moving. Like I was only moving 25 to 3,000 steps a day. That is not enough. Okay. Not at all. We've got to be moving more. And it's why America is so unhealthy, is because we all sit way too much. Okay. We drive to places and things like that. Like we've got to get out and walk and we've got to make it a priority. Okay. Movement fights immunity. It builds strong bones. And this is my best one. Okay. This is my favorite one. It reduces stress and anxiety. I can't tell you how many times Every day, this brings me back down. I can feel so overwhelmed. By the day, I can feel super stressed about whatever it may be going on. Um, and I just stop what I'm doing, take a little brain break, and I go outside and take a 10-minute walk. And it's like my stress level went from freaking 11 to like a 5. All right. And I can't recommend that enough. And I'm just talking about walking and how much it decompresses you for your day and helps your digestion, all of the things. I don't even have that in there, but I should. So, where do I start? I recommend, if we aren't tracking our steps, I recommend shooting for a 45-minute walk every day. Okay. And you can break this up. You can do 22 minutes in the morning and you can do 22 minutes at night. You can do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at lunch, 15 minutes before dinner, and 15 minutes after dinner. Would that be 45 minutes? I don't know, but you get the idea, right? Like you can break this up. It does not all have to be in one time. As long as you're consistently moving for 45 minutes and your daily activity counts as well. Okay. You going from the couch to the kitchen, from the kitchen to the shower, that counts too. So remember that. A lot of people think, oh, I didn't get my 45-minute walk in, but I got my steps in. I guess that doesn't count. Hell yeah, it counts. There are days where I go without doing an intentional walk and I get my movement in for the day. Just because I'm just going all over the place. Totally counts. All right. I don't know why people don't think that that counts, but it does. Then we slowly build to a step count. All right. So you can start with a 45-minute walk every day, accumulating 45 minutes. And then I would eventually like for you to start tracking your daily movement and seeing where you're at with that. And then we can communicate where we want to go from there. All right. So you are capable of this. Okay. Those are the meat and the potatoes of what I just taught you. Protein and movement. They are the most underrated power tool out there. All right. If you can hit your protein every day and you can get your movement in every day, I'm telling you, you're going to be more than halfway there. If we can instill that now, and you guys might be extremely surprised by this, but this is what I have this is my intention every single day, and I am 5 years into this, all right, of this method, okay? Of every day I wake up with nothing else on my mind for myself to invest in myself other than to hit my protein and get my movement in. But because I know I'm able to do that, I end up doing other things, if that makes sense, because it's created momentum for me to keep trying for the day. It gives me confidence that even if I didn't do the other things that I normally do, I still got my protein in and I still got my movement in. All right. So you're capable of this. This is a fantastic. This is I shouldn't even say place to start. This is where it's at. Okay. Start by logging protein and hitting 120 grams of protein a day for females and 160 grams a day for males. Okay. Accomplish 45 minutes of walking a day. All right. Again, above all else, these are the two pillars to focus on. All right. So when you finally achieve the fat loss that you're looking for, what is the one thing that you're going to do that you don't feel like you can do right now? Just think about that. What is the one thing when you finally achieve the fat loss that you're looking for? What is the one thing that you're going to do that you don't feel like you can do right now? Maybe it's, you know, slipping into a bathing suit that you just feel so confident in and so proud of yourself. And you don't feel like, you feel like you're setting a good example for your kids and you feel like a proud wife for your husband, whatever it may be, whatever your drive is, I want to know what that is for you. Okay. Because this is an important exercise. I know for Annie, it was not obsessing over food anymore and simply just looking at food as fuel. And when she wants a cookie, she has a cookie and she doesn't stress that it blew her plan. That's very powerful. I know for Brittany, she says just about all the chatter in my head about food is gone. Not feeling like I can't have certain things, just eating what fits. I have way less bloating. I honestly feel like my brain has busted out of prison. I just feel way lighter when it comes to food and what I'm eating. And that is like, holy cow. Like the food chatter is a real thing. Not letting a label like Hashimoto's make you think that your body is broken and you'll never be able to have confidence and lose fat because of this. She came to me very discouraged in diets, and she definitely, when she started this program, she definitely did not want to do a diet. And that's what we didn't do. I'm like that. Well, you're in the right place. This is literally a lifestyle. I'm not teaching you something that, you can do for just a certain period of time. I'm teaching this for you to be able to implement this for the rest of your life, but she was labeled with the Hashimoto's and she had doubts that this wouldn't work for her, but she trusted the process. She did the fundamentals, and then she started adding a little bit more with the accountability. And I mean, good God, the results speak for themselves. Brittany says, it's moments like this that make me extra thankful for the time you gave me to help me understand my body, hormones, all of it. I swear I have never felt better in my own skin, had more energy than ever, and a better sex drive than when I was 21. All right. Just tell your husbands that and they'll be on board with this. Okay. But she came to me very, very discouraged. Like nothing was going to work for her. And, her hormones were all over the place. Um, Periods all the time. It was actually, it was awful. But we fixed it and got a result on top of it as a bonus. So, the diet world is flooded with overwhelming and conflicting advice, making it easy to feel paralyzed when you finally decide to take action. But something caught your attention. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here right now or watching the replay. And yes, the Lifestyle Way program, if that's what you want to call it, and community look pretty incredible, offering structure, accountability, support, and a refreshing sense of direction that feels sustainable. But you're skeptical, and honestly, you should be. You've been let down by diets before. So, how do you know that this will work for you if it's the real deal? And to be honest, you can't know for sure. And while I probably shouldn't say this, I'm all about being real with you. The truth is, I can't predict exactly how much weight you'll lose or whether you'll still be following the lifestyle way a year from now. I can't promise that you'll get exactly what you're looking for. And that's because the lifestyle way isn't about quick fixes or making unrealistic promises that aren't sustainable. This is about you versus you, the commitment that you make to yourself, the promise to block out the noise from all the diets you've tried before and go all in with the lifestyle way. The promise to do the simple but not always easy tasks the best to the best of your ability every single day. The promise to work hard and stay committed to lasting change because you want it. This is about real results that come from practices we should have been following from the freaking start. This is about reclaiming the confidence you deserve, the confidence some people might have said you couldn't have. The Lifestyle Way has already helped hundreds of women who were tired of the bullshit and ready to turn their lives around. And now it's your turn. And that was my cheesy line to you. But I really needed to read that because I wanted to get every point across. And I hope that you heard me when I said that. So, with everything that you know now, can you start to picture yourself finally getting the results you want without ever having to come up with excuse? I don't even know what that number is. 1,000 again. I think that's a million. Um, Would you like for me to virtually hold your hand through the entire process of your journey through the Lifestyle Weight Challenge? I hope you said yes. Because, in my opinion, you have two options. You can go at this alone, hunt and peck all over the web, and hope that the advice that you're getting is good and cross your fingers that this will work. Or I can guide you step by step. You might even be thinking, okay, I can do these things she's telling me to do, but I need more accountability to make sure I do it. I need the structure of just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I need the guidance and the clarity that what I am doing is moving me forward. Or, oh, wait, no, we need to make some adjustments here because the answer to the question I just asked you is not normal. I need to know exactly how much to eat for my goal and activity level so I can guarantee that I feel my best and get results. I need to know what supplements to start out with and if I need to take certain ones to help fill in the gaps or what's best for my hormones. I need to understand the easiest way to log so I can truly become free of food and start looking at it as fuel. And just simply that, I need to do something different and stop trying to figure this out on my own with no accountability to make sure that I see it through. So you have two options. This is the ultimate, and this is where, I'm going to go into the challenge. If you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, like, wow, I have two things that I know that I need to focus on. She's going to show me how to make sure that I can make that happen with the templates and all that. Like, I have a pretty clear plan of action of what to do. But if you're like, no, no, like I want more. Like I want to fully go in on this. This is where I'm going to walk through with you on exactly what you're going to get in the Lifestyle Way Challenge, and go over some questions that we have, some common questions that we have, and leave you the what am I trying to say here? Leave you, it's 8:30. This is usually when I'm getting tucked into bed. Now my brain's like, reet, reet, reet. But leave you the opportunity to ask questions as well live. So, um, this is the ultimate program for achieving sustainable fat loss and empowering you to break free from the myths and fear mongering about age, hormones, metabolism, cortisol. This is the only step-by-step approach of saying goodbye to temporary fixes and welcoming a realistic, balanced approach of it being okay to have a cocktail or cupcake so that you can not only reach your goals, but also equip you with the skills to maintain them, making your journey to better health, energy, and confidence a lasting and enjoyable one. In the challenge, okay, we've got the course, which is our learning material. And this is what all is included in the course on top of everything else that I'm about to go over. Okay, so the course is 8 modules long. You're going to have the tools needed for a stronger mindset. We do a lot of mindset work in here. You're going to learn how to implement, I'm sorry, what supplements to take, planning like a pro, learning why our body needs protein, the power of choosing your day. It's a very step by step that every week we go over in a weekly meeting together. So if you don't want to do the course on your own, attend the weekly meetings and we go over it step by step, teaching you, I'm going to add somebody back in here, teaching you the steps to make this successful because, I don't want to just tell you what to do. I also want to teach you how to do it as well and why. Okay. I think that that's very important to be like, oh gosh, okay, well, yeah, I definitely need to do this. This is why, carbs are important. Let's decode carbohydrates and all those things. So here's what you'll put into action. What and how much your body needs to work for you and not against you. So you're going to get a spreadsheet breaking it down. You're going to have a questionnaire that you filled out. You probably already filled out a questionnaire from some of the emails that I've been sending. I look that over in detail, and then I will come up with what I feel like is best for us to start with in protein and calories. So you will know, there's no second guessing. You will know the target that you need to aim for on a daily basis as best as you can for protein consumption and calorie consumption to get the results that you're looking for in a sustainable approach. Okay. Um, how to make logging food truly a lifestyle. All right. If you hear logging food and your butt clenched a little bit, I get that. I understand that. I was totally against logging for a really long time, but it was because I was looking at it in a negative way. I was looking at it that if I only could log if it was perfect. If it wasn't perfect, I wasn't going to log it. And I was also looking at logging as judging me, when in reality, logging food is just our guide, to show us where we need to go, and making sure that we're eating enough and enough of the right things. And it's like, a guide to teach you about food. Okay. Once I started logging my food and I started logging the things that I thought that was bad, like pizza, donut, or whatever, and I just learned how to make it all work into my plan. Um, I started looking at food as just fuel, and nothing else. I started looking at a donut as a donut, After I ate a donut, then I ate, broccoli and chicken and rice. It didn't derail me and make me feel like a failure. But I only learned that from logging food. So I'm going to teach you how to log food, and what that looks like, and break that down for you in a very, very, very simple way. You're going to develop a stronger mindset in learning to work through the times that you want to quit. Okay. Because after all, our mind is the number one thing that will keep us moving forward or prevent us from moving forward. All right. So you're going to be getting tools, a book that I recommend reading. You're going to be getting a journal that I recommend having to help you start talking to yourself a lot more positive, and helping you believe in yourself that, man, you haven't seen your potential yet, and I want you to see it. I want you to feel the confidence that you deserve to have. But we can only do that by working on developing a stronger mindset and how we speak to ourselves. So, mindset work is a huge thing that I talk about in the weekly meetings, and that we will work on. You're going to learn how to plan for the week. Let's be honest. Like, if we're not planning, then we're planning to fail, right? If we don't have a set up plan of what we're making for dinner, which is what I do provide that for you. And it's not just food for you, it's also food for your entire family. But if we don't know what we're making for dinner, if we don't have readily available food in the fridge, if we don't know what we're having for lunch and for a snack, we're going to be under eating all day, and then we're going to be overeating at night. All right. And then we're just in this like wicked thing of this constant up and down, and not ever having some consistency. Okay. So, when we plan, it helps us save more time. Okay. It helps us have decision fatigue. So it's like we don't have to think about what we're making for dinner. We already know what we're making because we plan for it. And I do that for you. So there you go. Okay, but I don't want to stay on this for too long because I want to leave time for Q&A. I'm already chatting my yapper and you just shut it. Okay, learning why we need all food groups, including pasta. Okay, so we're going to unpack all the foods, decode carbohydrates. We're going to talk about fats, all of it. Okay, what's the optimal level for hormones for carbohydrates? What's the optimal level for fat for fat for hormones? All of the things. Okay. We're going to learn how to get our body to work for us and not against us. And I'm going to teach you that. And I'm going to give you the tools, and I'm going to set everything up for you to where you have literally no second guessing. You know exactly what we need to be doing and why. You're going to develop the understanding of truly keeping nutrition and exercise simple and something you can sustain for the rest of your life. So I'm going to tell you, hey, this is where you're at. You fill out the questionnaire. This is where you're at for nutrition and exercise. This is where I feel like we should start. And then we slowly build from there. So you know exactly. You've got a clear plan of action of the daily tasks that you need to do the best that you can to focus on. And then once you start executing those consistently, then we slowly build from there. Hey, Sharon, you're doing a great job with the step count that I gave you. You're being consistent with that. We're going to bump that up to this. Same thing for nutrition. You're doing an awesome job hitting your protein. Now we're going to focus on where we're at for our calories and staying within that realm. Okay. So it's just those little things that we slowly build up of truly just developing the understanding of keeping nutrition and exercise simple and starting simple. Okay. That's the most important thing. And you're going to know how to piece it all together and tie it up with a little pretty freaking bow to where you'll never be on another master class again. Or doing, another challenge or whatever, whatever. I love challenges, but you won't ever be veering off towards something drastic anymore. You're going to know the truth and what you just need to stay consistent with. Again, it's you versus you. All right. We're our biggest enemy. Ourself is our biggest enemy. We're going to try to stop us. We're going to try to talk ourselves out of it. We're going to try to say it's too simple, all the things. But you've seen the evidence now. You know that this works. All right. It's worked for me, and it's worked for hundreds of women and men that I've worked with over the past 10 years that I've been doing this. All right. And I just need you to know that you're capable because you've got the evidence now. So now all we have to do is just apply it. You're going to have a daily task list during the 42 days of the challenge. So you're going to know exactly what we need to do the best that we can to execute for those 42 days. No, you don't have to execute all of those things in 42 days, but we're going to do our best to execute maybe two things. Or maybe you're like, hell yeah, I can do all of them. That's great. It's not expected for you to do all of those four tasks for the next 42 days, but I do want you to make it your goal to start inching your way up to that and working your way up to that. So you're going to be seeing, all of the active members in the lifestyle way. We're going to be participating in this challenge with you. Okay, but I don't necessarily want you to do all of this, but you will have an idea of what we're going to eventually work up to. Okay, some people sign up for the challenge and they're new and they just go right into the four tasks for the 42 days. But really, I want you to just focus on the tasks that I'm going to give you and what I feel like is best for us to start with. Again, because, we've got to start with reasonable actions that we can do versus going from 0 to 100. But you are going to get a little checklist and mark off every day of the challenge, just so, it's just kind of a little motivation thing. So I want you to ask yourself some questions. How long have you been trying to figure this out? How much do you think about this? Does it have a grip hold on your life? I want you to ask yourself those questions. How long have you been trying to figure this out? How much do you think about this? And does it have a grip hold on your life? I know that it's super hard to take the leap to invest in yourself, or you might be on a tight budget. And this is why I do these challenges every quarter, is because I understand that, not everybody wants to commit to one-on-one coaching for investment reasons or financial reasons or for time reasons. But most of the time, I only take people in doing one-on-one coaching, and it's a 6-month commitment. Okay. And it's pretty hefty in price, but it's an investment that you're never going to regret. Okay. But I know that not everybody wants to do that. Okay. And this is why I do these challenges and why this is such a great opportunity for you to take advantage of a more budget-friendly option and a more timeless option than 6 months. It's 7 weeks versus 6 months. Okay. So everything that I just went over is worth $2,363, and you can get started today for just $599. That is an insane deal, and I need you to hear me when I say that. Okay. This can change your life if you let it. This works if you apply it. I haven't not yet been able to help someone who applies what I teach. And we can do this if you want. We can do this together. And I invite you into the Lifestyle Way Challenge, where I want you to be able to sit at a nice dinner with someone special in your life and be at ease because you have it figured out and you know how to enjoy life while knowing that you're still heading towards the progress that you've been looking for. And to make it even easier, you can get started today for just $175 and then three additional installment payments of 175, 30 days to follow. Or you can do a one-time payment of $599, whatever you're most comfortable with. I do want to let you know that there are two different options. Okay. There is the group coaching, and that's $299 total. And then there's one-on-one coaching, and that's $599. And there's payment options for both of those. Okay, so whatever you feel most comfortable with. I want to remind you again what you're going to get. You're going to get the complete Lifestyle Way program. Okay, that's yours for the rest of your life. Any updates I make to it, it's yours, plus all the bonuses, everything. Okay. And if you take action in the next 48 hours, all right, and I have a special strategy, 48 hours, that gives you enough time to think on it, pray on it. And if you feel like this is your next best move, that this is going to be it for you, then take action. So in the next 48 hours, if you sign up, you're going to get a free 30-minute strategy call with me. And it doesn't have to be right now. It could be in the middle of the challenge. Hell, it could even be, after the challenge, whatever, but you will get a 30-minute strategy call with me that are my absolute favorite. Because we can unpack a lot and solve a lot of problems and come up with solutions in a phone call, versus email or, talking in a group setting. So don't take advantage of that special bonus if you sign up within the next 48 hours of a free 30-minute strategy call. Okay. Again, what you're going to get step-by-step virtual guidance every step of the way, individualized check-ins for the one-on-one coaching, weekly live meetings. This is included for everybody, even if you do the group coaching Lifestyle Way Challenge. Weekly live meetings, weekly live Q&A, videos, PDFs, templates, private members only group, access to the Lifestyle Way app where you get daily workouts, weekly meal planning of recipes, quick grab and go snack options, and so much more. And you might be thinking right now, again, like that brain of yours, what if I get stuck and I need to be able to troubleshoot with you, Ashley? With the weekly individualized check-ins, we will be able to take a problem and come up with a solution in literally 10 minutes, maybe even 5. For the group coaching, we're going to have a weekly meeting every single week where you and I are going to look at each other and you can ask me a question at the end of the meeting. Okay. And we can solve that problem in no time. All right. And of course, you could always email me if you're really stuck on a problem. Okay. I'm not some mean person, um, and you might even be saying right now, well, what if I'm traveling during this challenge? Listen, this is why this is called the Lifestyle Ways, because I want to teach you how to navigate through life happening. All right. If we don't learn how to navigate through that, then we're always going to be starting and stopping something. Right. So a huge piece of this program is to teach you what it looks like to go on vacation. All right. And my tips and tricks that I've used when you go on vacation, what it looks like when you get sick, what it looks like when you've got a deadline at work or life happened, whatever it may be. It's my job to help troubleshoot with you and navigate through that with you to help get you back into it. All right. So please don't stress if you're vacationing. Those are few, far, and in between. And I want you to enjoy yourself, but I also don't want you to feel like a total asshole during the vacation because you're on this challenge, or feel like a total asshole coming back and being like, oh, I screwed up. I give you some things to focus on and then enjoy yourself. Okay, so Marissa, she lost over 10 pounds and she traveled more than once for longer than 5 days. And she also got sick, or kiddos got sick during the time with the lifestyle way. And she said, speaking from experience 100%, I signed up with a vacation plan, was hesitant I would fail with the lifestyle way or not enjoy my vacation. Wrong. I set out a plan, had the tools and knowledge needed for my awesome coach in the Lifestyle Way app, and talked to my coach in advance to ensure we were on track, and ended up having a better vacation than I had not signed up with the Lifestyle Way. Again, you're going to get fat loss without logging templates. You're going to get the lifestyle way for the app, daily workouts, weekly meal planning with recipes that are not just for you, they're also for your entire family as well. Okay. Quick snack options, all of the things. And you might even be saying, well, will I need to count my macros to the T? Or what if I don't know how to log and count macros? I have a different approach to where we only focus on hitting protein and then just focusing on calories. Okay. So it's not going to be 8 o'clock at night and you're going to be like, oh gosh, I still have 50 more grams of carbs left to hit and 10 more grams of fat. What should I eat? Okay, I guess I'll eat a cup of rice and a tablespoon of butter. No, just eat something that has 200 calories in it because that's how much you have left over for the day. Okay. Again, I'm not going to teach you something that I wouldn't personally do myself or that isn't a lifestyle. All right. That isn't sustainable. You're going to have a protein and calorie spreadsheet breaking down your day, showing you how much and how often we need to eat in order to make it happen. This gives you a visual representation of what your allotted amount should look like for the day and exactly what that looks like and broken down. Just gives you that visual guide. Okay. So I'm not just saying, hey, Sharon, eat 120 grams of protein. Good luck. I break it down. For this meal, we need to have this much, this meal, this much. And of course, there's flexibility with that too. Okay. So again, if you want to do this together, we can get started right now. And if you sign up within the next 48 hours, you get that free strategy call. Okay. So right now, I want you to go to the lifestylewaychallenge.com/landing page. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me see where I'm at here. I'm gonna put it in the comments in just a second. Normally I have a side buddy with me to help me with this, but I'm a one-man show lately. Okay, so I'm gonna send you the link. Please don't worry. This is what the main page looks like. Okay. And once you decide which action that you want to take, and I do want to remind you that I'm only taking 10 students for the one-on-one coaching. So if that's something that you really want to take advantage of, I strongly encourage you again to do it now and not wait on that and missing that opportunity and having to wait for another, 4 or 5 months. Okay. So you choose what option is best for you. The page looks like this, and it's going to show you the different options, for the payment option or the one-time payment option. Okay. Again, it's whatever you're most comfortable with. I know for me, I'm probably be more comfortable with the 4 payments of 175 versus one lump sum of 599. I don't know. That just seems better to me. But I'm gonna let you decide on that. And same thing for the for the group coaching challenge. You can have 2 options of 2 payments of 175 or one option of 299. Okay. Then once you click on whatever option you want to do, it's going to take you to this page. Okay. And this is where you're going to fill out your information, your credit card information and things like that. And then you're going to get a confirmation email. Give me 10 minutes to add you to the course. And it's the confirmation email is going to give you the username and password to log into the Lifestyle Way app, which has got your daily workouts and it's got your weekly meal planning for recipes and things like that. And then I'm going to add you to the course. And the course says, welcome to the Lifestyle Way family, I'm sorry, it actually doesn't say that. It says the Lifestyle Way course login details. Okay. And this is where you'll get another username and password that's going to log you into the course, which is your learning material. And you're going to log into module 1 and click on your questionnaire. fill that out, submit that back to me if you haven't already. And what that will do is that will just tell me more about you and what I feel like is going to be best for us to get started with your nutrition and protein and calories and what I want to give you for your exercise regimen. Okay? Um, so look, I'm not 100% sure why you're here, but I bet I could take an educated guess. You showed up today, even though you had an incredibly busy schedule for a specific reason. You feel stuck, all right? You're not currently getting the results you've been looking for, and you're not sure of the next best move. You're tired. You're exhausted from continuing to go back to the diet that once worked so well. We're trying to figure out what is going to finally work for you this time and you want more. You're intrigued by the idea that you can enjoy pizza night with your family or a margarita on date night and still be working towards your goals. So, if you do the work, you show me your results within 14 days of enrolling, and you're still not satisfied, I'll gladly give you a refund. Okay. So, there's money back guaranteed if you decide to embark on this journey and you feel like it's just not a good fit for you. But I don't want any tire kickers here, okay? I'm not looking for that. I need you to prove that you've done some work for me to refund you the money, okay? So again, thelifestyleway.com/challenge. I'm going to email you after this is over, but again, I want to leave time for some Q&A because I went way over and I apologize about that. So I'm going to quickly go through this. Um, Okay, so let's spend the next 20 minutes or so going over any questions that you have. But I'm first going to go over while you're thinking about some questions, and I'm going to look in my comment box here. I'm going to go over some most common questions that I get in the lifestyle way, okay, about the lifestyle way challenge. Let me pull up my, okay. Cool. Wearing shorts, not naked. Awesome. Not being embarrassed in front of my kids. They are brutally honest. They really are. Ugh, wear the stuff I want in the closet, not just my comfort outfits. Wearing a bikini. Love that. Yep. 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 Got it. Got it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go over some questions, my most common questions that I get. Um, so the difference between Can you explain the difference between the two options? Okay. So this is, you've got the Lifestyle Way group coaching. Okay. And that is $299. That includes everything. Okay. You're going to get a macro spreadsheet. You're going to get access to the app. You're going to get access to the private community group. You're going to get weekly live meetings. And Q&A after the meeting, so you will be able to still talk with me, but it'll be during the allotted meeting times. And that is the group coaching for the challenge. Then there is one-on-one challenge. Okay. And that is where that will include everything that the group coaching has, but it will include a weekly check-in. Okay. So you'll have things that you'll need to check in with me, and I'm going to go over exactly what I need from you to send to me for our weekly check-ins and making sure that, again, you don't get left behind. Okay. So it's more of the one-on-one is more of an accountability piece because truth be told, like there are people who, when they sign up for the challenge, they're looking, they don't need the accountability, right? They just need a jump start to get back into it, or a clear plan of action of what to do with a, weekly group meeting. That's fun. They don't necessarily need that accountability piece. They just need a challenge to just a hyper focused amount of time to get it done, right? And to get them back into the groove. But the one-on-one through the challenge is more of a I'm not going to let you fall behind. Like, I'm going to be counting on you to do your part. We're going to be communicating on a weekly basis personally, to make sure that what we're doing is working, to make sure that you're doing your part, and to make sure that you don't fall between the cracks. Okay. Again, this is such a great opportunity to take advantage of, a cheaper option, okay, more budget friendly, and a less time commitment. All right, because normally you've got to commit for 6 months, and it's a $2,300 investment versus a $599 investment. All right. And that's why I take very limited people because I want to make this personal. I want to see you. You know what I mean? Like, I truly want to walk alongside this with you. This is not a big program. And I don't, thousands of people don't sign up. I don't want it to be that way because I don't feel like it's personable that way. All right. I truly want to help you. I'm here to help you. And make sure that you have success with this. So how long are the weekly one-on-one check-ins? So I'm going to be sending you what to send me for your nutrition for the check-in, and it will be through email and also text message. So very, very casual. But typically check-ins take about 20 to 30 minutes total in time of us communicating back and forth, making sure that you're doing your part and I'm directing you in the right direction. I'm giving you something to work on, or to hone in on, or I'm telling you, well, gosh darn, Catherine, you're doing a great job. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. This is what we need. So check-ins are very casual. It's on your time and it's on my time. I do have office hours, and I will be clear with that too. But very casual, but also extremely personable too. Great question. Thank you for that. Okay, so let's go over a few more questions. Do I have to buy now? So, no, you don't have to buy now, but doors do close this Monday, February 10th. And in all honesty, if you don't know now, then if you don't do it now, then you never will. Okay, you can talk yourself out of anything, even if it literally would be life-changing. The longer that you wait, the longer you're taking the risk of that thing between your ears talking yourself out of it. Okay. Um, can I do the workouts if I don't have a gym membership? You absolutely can. You do not need a gym membership for these workouts. You don't even have to do the workouts if you don't want to do the workouts. It all depends on your questionnaire and where we're at with that. Okay. There are many people that do this challenge that I do not give them a workout regimen yet. I first get them moving, and focusing on nutrition because again, that's the meat and the potatoes as you've learned. But anyway, you have two different types of workouts in the app. There's going to be a consistency workout, and that is just with a pair of dumbbells that you could do in your living room that lasts no longer than 10 to 20 minutes. And then I do have an entire strength training program that does require more equipment. And you would need to either have a gym membership or the equipment that is programmed for the strength. Okay, so there's two different workouts. One is more, quick and easy, gets the job done. That's what I did for the last 5 years because of time, mental capacity. I just grabbed my pair of dumbbells and I did the consistency workouts for the last 5 years. Um, but now all my kids are in school, so now I'm kind of upping my game a little bit and doing more strength training and taking advantage of that time. Um, so can I substitute items in the grocery list that are provided in the course or the recipes that are in the app? You absolutely can. There is not going to be anything that you have to eat. There's not going to be anything that you can't eat. It's whatever works for you. So if there's broccoli in the dang recipe, take it out. If you don't like broccoli, substitute it for green beans or asparagus or something like that. Totally okay. If you don't eat red meat, totally fine. Do turkey and chicken, and pork. whatever. There's no off limits. All right. I'm never going to tell you what you can and can't have. I'm only going to give you things to do and where you can substitute if you need to. But you can always reach out to me if you need to, if you had a question about substituting something. Uh, How long will it take to get through the program? So this is 7 weeks long. We have 1 week. February 10th is when prep week starts. So that's just kind of slowly getting things together, and getting all of our jitters worked out, and knowing, getting our macronutrient spreadsheet, and knowing where to start. And so it's kind of like just prep week, it's figuring out what our check-ins look like. It's going through the first meeting and explaining everything that I sent to you, and getting all that figured out. Then the official 42 days will start February 17th. Okay. So we've got 1 week of prep week, and then we've got 6 weeks of really doing the best that we can to execute our daily tasks, that I'm going to give to you. So it's 7 weeks long in total. Any other questions that you guys have that you can think of? I apologize deeply for being on here for this long. It was supposed to be an hour, and I just can't shut my yapper. I'm passionate about what I do, and I hope that you can see that, and that you can see that you're you're able to do this, with the evidence that's been provided. So, all right. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, then I am going to leave the meeting here, and I'm going to send you an email right when I get done with this, with this class, and it's going to have all the templates that I promised that I was going to give to you. It's just going to have kind of a recap of what we talked about today or tonight, and then it's going to have the link that you can go to check out the Lifestyle Way Challenge, get more information there, and it will also have the link in there on which option you feel most comfortable with. And please, I'm an open book. If you have any questions at all, just shoot me an email. Nothing's off the table on what you can ask me. Okay, I want to make sure that you're comfortable making this decision. And so the more questions you can ask me, the better it's going to be. Okay. All right. I appreciate you guys very, very much, and I will hopefully see you very, very soon. I don't know. I don't think I know how to end this. Okay. Thank you, Catherine.